In this video, I'm talking about something that in my personal life has really changed me. I think it's pushed me further to being the person who I want to be, and it's made me a lot more happier, more emotionally resilient. Like things that would actually make me upset before don't seem to have the same effect on me nowadays. And I think that's because of this philosophy I found that's actually is in a way is subtly in every religion, and it's the idea that life is suffering.
That's what the religious people have always said. Life is suffering. Yes.
Buddhism actually writes this word for word, that life is suffering, and it's one of the Four Noble Truths, that lead you towards enlightenment. Something else before that stuck to me, and that was watching Vikings. And if you watch it, you know Ragnar's the main character, and his son Bjorn. And his son Bjorn was very upset that Bjorn wanted to be happy, and then Ragnar was there simply saying to him, Who told you you was meant to be happy?
I know it is hard for you to accept, but unhappiness is more common than happiness. Who told you you should be happy? You've come to an age where you must grow up and be responsible about such things. When I was your age, I had many friends. All are dead. The happiness is neither here nor there.
Then Ragnar goes on to say about how all his friends and that he grew up with, a lot of them have passed away. And yeah, there's moments of happiness, but it's neither here or there. And I think that's the problem nowadays. We forget the fact that life is actually suffering.
Everyone you know is going to die. You too. And there's going to be a fair bit of pain along the way, and lots of it's going to be unfair. It's like,
that life isn't about being happy, and this makes us more unhappy, because when we are unhappy, we're thinking, this is strange, everyone else is happy, why am I unhappy? But the truth is, everyone else is unhappy. Life is suffering, and the more you pursue happiness, the more unhappy you will be. That's what I found. So this idea of life suffering completely changes the view from you should be happy to it's okay to not be. And that makes a big difference, a big difference in your life. And this belief does many things. The first thing is gratefulness, as I was saying. That does make you appreciative for everything you have, from the fact that there's someone that actually every day runs the electricity, to the fact that you have food. And even with this coronavirus thing, we're so lucky of what we have. We're so fortunate to have certain people, just even bus drivers are dying, and yet they're still every day going on the buses and soldiering on, from NHS workers. So this idea makes you infinitely grateful for what you have, because you understand that life could be a lot worse.
Do it. I'm stunned every day when I go outside, and it isn't a riot with everything burning. Because it's like, there's all these ruined people out there, they've got problems like you can't believe. Off they go to work and do things they don't even like, and look, the lights are on. My God, it's unbelievable. It's a miracle.
And it's not just the idea that it makes you grateful for what you have. It's also that it means you need to step up, You need to be a part of alleviating that suffering.
There's this idea that hell is a bottomless pit, and that's because no matter how bad it is, some stupid son of a bitch like you could figure out a way to make it a lot worse. So you think, well, what do you do about that? Well, you accept it. That's what life is like. It's suffering.
Actually, Jordan Peterson talks about this a lot, that responsibility makes you more happy. It's not what rights you have, it's what responsibilities that make you free. Is what makes you have that. For example, people who love their job, is that they have a certain responsibility, and they know in this section they are actually contributing to the world, making the world a little bit of a better place.
Well, so what do you do in the face of that suffering? Try to reduce it.
This idea means that you have to be the best you can be, because Jordan Peterson gives a good example.
Start with yourself. What good are you? Get yourself together for Christ's sake, so that when your father dies, you're not whining away in a corner, and you can help plan the funeral, and you can stand up solidly so that people can rely on you. That's better. Don't be a damn victim. So then you fix yourself up a little bit, kind of humbly, because, you know, God, you're a fixer-upper if there ever was one.
And what does this mean? It means you must be the best you can be. You must focus on yourself, not the world, or what's wrong with the world, or what's bad with this, but focus on yourself. Focus on being the best you can be, and that means you end up being the best brother you can be, the best son you could be for your mother, the best boyfriend you could be for your girlfriend, or the best girlfriend you could be for your boyfriend. You know, it means you could be the best friend you could be. And I think that nowadays we believe our self-worth comes from what we have or what we look like, and I don't think that's true. And I think, you know, being the best you could be means that you're healthy, you work hard, you chase the things you want to do regardless of what people say to you. It's such a complicated thing to grasp, this life is suffering thing, but it's something that I feel like I should say, because maybe if one person listens and understands it, they'll understand the meaning of this. So I'm definitely going to have it on my wall, part of my rules of life, that life is suffering, because this fundamental truth, it is a fundamental truth that I feel is just being drowned out in society of rights and happiness and this, that yeah, life is suffering, and everyone's job is simply just to alleviate the suffering as much as they can instead of adding to it. You don't be focused on what you could take from the pie. Think about what you can add. And that's what this idea of life is suffering does to you. It does make you think that way. So it's just something I think you should meditate on. Maybe I might not post this, but I guess just saying this to myself further solidifies it to myself. I guess these videos help me solidify and articulate my ideas. But yeah, the profound truth is that life is suffering. And the more we run from this reality, the more unhappy we'll be. So thank you for watching another episode of Let's Talk About.
Who told you you should be happy?